It is January 1st, 2026. It is the new year. And I'm just feeling a lot of things. I feel grateful. I feel like, damn, we're going into a new year. Like, sheesh, I'm alive. It's 2026. I was born in 2001. I'm now 24 years old. I'm about to go on to be 25. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm about to have my prefrontal cortex fully developed. I can't even imagine that. That's a whole new level I'm about to reach. Whole new prefrontal cortex development in this life, you know? But yeah, I wanted to make this video today because I feel like there's just a lot I gotta get done. You know, I've been recording these videos recently, making YouTube videos. But like, there's a lot I gotta get done in my own life. I gotta be on my grind in this regard. I gotta get my life together. I need to get a plant. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing this nice sweater. I'm a sweater guy now. I used to wear a fanny pack. Earlier 2025, I was wearing a fanny pack. You know, that's when I like lost and like got rid of that fanny pack. I'm moving on. I'm evolving to a new being, a new person, you know? I've been really like, so I got like a lot to do. I need to get like art on my walls. I need to be uploading videos more frequently. I need to be hitting the gym hard. I'm starting a new job on Monday, you know, and it just like kind of really hits me that like I'm a full grown adult. I mean, of course, like, yeah, I've been an adult for, you know, multiple years, but like just the longer I go into this, the more like adult things I do, I'm like, damn, I really need to get my like life together, but like not together, but like to, you know, the level I want it to be, to that fully formed, like to that fully formed prefrontal cortex. Like I need to get a plan. I felt like the other day I needed to get like glasses on, you know, really just like evolve my look. Like I want to like, let me go get my vision checked real fast so I can like get some glasses on me. Why did I have the need to get glasses? I don't know, but I felt like that's just kind of what I wanted to do. But yeah, I'm making this video because I feel like, you know, I need to kind of set a standard, set something straight, you know, about like what I'm going to be doing going forward, like what the plan is. Here's what the plan is for me, right? This necessarily isn't a video for, you know, you guys. This is more just like a message to myself, you know, a dedication, a stick in the ground, kind of like an assertion of like what I'm going to be doing going forward. I'm going to be making, here's the plan as far as like this YouTube or what I'm doing in this regard, right? I'm going to be making 2 videos a week, right? 2 videos a week, more formatted into the gym session that I've been doing, where I do 2 different gym sessions. I yap a little bit, I hit my workout. It's a good time. The upload schedule I'm going to make for that is going to be 2 different days. I'm going to have Wednesday and Saturday. Those are the 2 days that I'm going to plan to upload. Now with that, I'm also going to make it so if I miss a day, I don't upload on a Thursday, I don't upload on a Friday, I don't upload on a Thursday. If I miss a day, like that's okay. It's not okay, but it's like, we're just gonna move on. Okay, when's the next day, right? So if I miss that Wednesday, I'm gonna upload on Saturday. So I have a gym session recorded, and I'm not even necessarily happy with how it recorded. I felt like I was really like nervous in the video. I felt like it like wasn't my best like yap session. Wasn't really like making the points. I was like too focused on the fact that I was recording myself, and so I felt like I just didn't come off how I wanted to come off. And so, you know, part of me is like, oh, maybe I shouldn't upload it. But then I think about it and I'm like, well, you know, I think that's kind of like what I'm getting at right now is that as I go on into this new year and as I start this new venture of creating content and start this new role, like it's not about having perfect action. I think it's about taking, you know, that bias towards action and imperfect action. You know, if it's not perfect, you know, I'm not perfect. This, you know, my desk doesn't look the nicest right now. Like this isn't perfectly in order. But the thing is, like, I don't have to be perfect in order to take action and move forward with what I'm doing in my life. And I think that's kind of a big thing is like, I want to see things through this year. I want to get to the end of things, not to the end of things, but like, I want to really follow through on what I say, follow through on my word, and not be harsh on myself. You know, if I'm making actions, if I'm making videos, if I'm making, you know, I'm putting myself out there, taking that, you know, risk, quote unquote, 'cause it's not really a big risk, but that kind of, you know, taking that step forward to put myself out there, you know, meeting the people and such, or making videos. Like I come as I am, and I know that I'm not a perfect person. I think that's really an important part to remember, that like I'm a human being like anybody else. And so I shouldn't hold myself to this unreasonable standard of like, oh, I need to come out perfectly like this or perfectly like that. Like, nah, bro, just put yourself out there. And I think that, you know, sense of like genuine that I put out to everyone. When people like start watching my videos more and I start getting more views and people start seeing this and they see this clip and that clip and they see me being goofy, they see me being silly, they see me stuttering, they see me like, you know, in every which way that I am, as I see me, I live with me and I see all the imperfect things about myself, and yet I still find a way to like love myself through those imperfections, you know. And so it's like putting myself more out there in that regard of where I'm putting myself as I am and being genuine. It's like it gives someone something to like or appreciate about me, you know, because, you know, people that I love in my life, you know, they're not perfect, they don't have everything right, but I still love them, I still care about them. And part of the reason I still love them and care about them is because like they are their genuine selves, and those imperfections are what make them them. I don't hold them to this like unrealistic standard. So why would I hold myself to this unrealistic standard that, oh, this video's gotta be perfect, I gotta yap like this, I gotta yap like that? Nah, man, let's just take the action, let's move forward, and get what I can done. And if I'm not able to, you know, stick to this type of schedule that I want to stick to, you know, get that video out on Wednesday, get that video out on Saturday. If I can't do that, like, don't make a big deal out of it. It is what it is. It's not like it's not the end of the world, right? Let's just move on. Okay, what can we do? How can we get ahead in the next regard? Brief pause because my cat wanted to make a appearance. This is Bishop. Bishop is a great guy. He's one of the best guys I've known. I've known him since about 2010. He's about, how old are you, Bishop? Go ahead and tell the camera. It's 2010. Yeah, you're about 20. You're about 16. Damn, he might be old at this point. He might be really, really, really old. But yeah, he's an old guy, but he's chilling. You know, he wanted to make a little guest appearance. He was like, "Oh, hey, Dad, let's get in your face right now." I'm like, that's perfectly fine. You know, if that's what he wants to do, like that's what he wants to do, and I'm cool with that. So this is Bishop. Maybe you'll see him in other videos. I don't know, but I don't really want him here, so I'm just gonna toss him over there. He's fine. He's a healthy guy. There's a bed over there, I promise. But I don't need you to get off me, little guy. Right there. All right. Anyways, what I was saying was, that's the schedule. That's the schedule I want to try and adhere to. It's the type of mindset I'm going to move with in this next year. I need to get my life together. You know, get some plants. Stick to the upload schedule. Remember that I'm not perfect, but in being imperfect, I'm going to create this beauty that is my life. You know, I'm going to make a better environment for myself, better workplace. Better creative ventures. I'm gonna really just put myself out there and remember that like I can do this. You know, I've given myself these tasks and these responsibilities in order to, you know, put myself in a place where I can like I have all these challenges. You know, and I give myself all these like tasks and responsibilities, but. And I'm nervous and I'm kind of like apprehensive, or I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm a little nervous about going into them because I'm like, oh, like what if, like, can I succeed? Can I be like, am I capable of getting this done? It's like, you know what? Like you gave yourself these tasks and responsibilities because you believe that you could, you know, be successful in your new work venture, be successful in, you know, doing YouTube, making music. So let's make that happen. You know, let's be the type of person, let's grow into those responsibilities, you know, not run away, run into them, you know, run into the storm and see how I come out on the other side of these new responsibilities and these new tasks I'm giving myself. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how I grow through this next year. I think one thing also I'm going to do too, I'm going to try and do 2 videos a week of gym sesh, or maybe a video like this, maybe a video where I'm talking about something. But a video where another channel I'm going to post where, so I have my Ableton, I got my computer, I'm going to make, you know, a beat a week is the goal, right? So I'm going to make another channel. I'll probably upload it in the description. I'll let you guys know when there's a new beat. But the plan is Monday, there's going to be a new beat that day. Drop that beat. Drop that beat, DJ. Drop that beat on its own channel, which when I get that all set up and ready, I'll leave a link to that in all the descriptions, and then you guys can go see, like, you know, I'll be talking about it in my gym sesh videos, talking about it in a clip, like, oh, I just made a new beat this week, I felt good about it, I felt bad about it, it came out like really well, I learned this from it, learned that from it, talk about it a little bit, and then you guys will have a place you can go see, okay, what's going on, and hopefully I can get the plan is make a beat a week, set up my BeatStar, like, you know, so if someone wants to, like, they liked my beat, they can go like buy the licensing for it, use it in their songs or whatever. Like, that's the goal. is just like kind of like make music. And I think a big part of that is like, okay, well, if the goal is like make music and like that's what I want to do, then let's start now. Let's not delay that until after I've done this or after I've done that, right? But I've had the pleasure and the opportunity to talk with some great people in my life. Spoke with a person recently, and they were telling me like, try like it's cool you're doing YouTube, but like how can we get you to the music? Like let's get you to the music on a daily basis, or not on a daily basis, but like really putting that action so that way you can see that progress. And so when you do get to where you want to be as far as like YouTube, or you get yourself in a spot where you can make music more often, you put in time, from now until then, and seen that work, kind of compound over time. So that way when I am ready to like full time make music and like make my first album, make my second album, really get into it, and I'll start like making singles, doing this, that, and the other. That skill has been compounding for months, years on end. And so when I really go to start putting more music out there, I've really honed my craft over time. And so that's the vision I have with making this YouTube channel, making the music, is that it all goes hand in hand. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna put out 2 videos a week on the forefront of like just YouTube, my gym session, one of my passions in that regard, and then put out music, do it once a week, make some beats. I want to get, and the whole like thought behind doing that is like, I want to be able to, like the attention to detail when you listen to someone like Brent Faiyaz, Mac Miller, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, any great artists like this, like the attention to detail that they have in that beat, in that production, in the lyrics that they do, it's like, that's something that's so appreciated by me, the listener. Tory Lanez recently dropped a new album, Chixtape Trilogy, fantastic album, and I think I can see, like, maybe he wasn't producing the beats, but I feel like he definitely had a vision, and for me, I appreciate all the different layers that go into that music, and so trying to understand the frame, the ground of like what makes that song, the song, from the beat to the lyrics to everything in between, that whole process I love, and I want to be able to partake in it, more. So that's the plan. I'm gonna have a beat a week, 2 videos a week, and we're just gonna get to grind it. We're gonna get to see what it's like after I go through this journey of putting myself through, more responsibility, and seeing how I'm gonna grow into the person that can handle this responsibility. I'm doing like, I had a bigger reflection. I went to brunch this morning with my friend, my best friend, and we went to brunch, and we would go to brunch. I went to brunch at his girl's house with her 2 friends or whatever. And sitting there talking about like this girl's a teacher, and she's talking about how these kids are growing up, and she's talking about how her friends are getting married and they're having kids, and all these people are doing great things. And I'm like, man, I'm sitting here in my sweater. I have a sweater on. We just had brunch, I just had a croissant. I'm sitting here with a coffee in my hand. I got my legs folded. Wow, we're really out here adulting right now. I'm 24 years old. I showed up on time. It's just, I don't know. This is just a crazy thing to me. I was like, when you grow up, you don't really understand what it's like to be an adult. But I'm having a full-on conversation. I'm using words in my vocabulary that to me, that's a big vocabulary I have. I'm well-spoken, I'm articulate, where I'm making jokes here and there. I'm finding my, places where it's I can insert myself into the conversation in a way that's amiable, or that makes the conversation better. I'm a part of this, and people, this person invited me and wanted me here. And it's that's something that I'm just so grateful for, to see that the type of person that I'm becoming with the work that I'm doing. It's I put in a lot of work to be the person I am, and so these little moments where I'm having a good conversation with this person or that person, those are the moments that you can really see the fruits of your labor, and when you take that moment to pause and reflect and be grateful for that good conversation, that good breakfast, the relationships that you created because of how you've handled yourself, it's those moments are the moments that you can be grateful for all that healing or growth that you've done for yourself. And on a day like today, January 1st, I feel like there's no better day than today to reflect and to take advantage of the fact that it's a new day, it's a new year. Really realign yourself. And a lot of times we put a big emphasis on the new year. That's something I want to try and do better, is like put an emphasis on, like, you know, every week, every month, like what am I doing? How am I spending my time? Being more present, spending my time better, and trying to find those new moments to reflect a little bit sooner rather than waiting for something like a new year, you know. But while it naturally came about and there being that, you know, societally like reset of it being a new year, I figured I should take advantage and just share some of the gratefulness I had, you know. And like, I'm walking through the hallway and I see a girl carrying her cat. I don't know where she's going, but she just said, "Happy New Year," you know, like we're going to this new year, and it is a reason to be happy, you know. There's a lot of, you know, bad or this, that, and the other. When you go on TikTok, when you go on Instagram, you can doom scroll long enough and you can see all the bad things in life. Like in the economy and in the global politics and just like all the drama and like the things that are just going on in the world. There's a lot of bad things to look at. But I think a lot of times we can get our heads wrapped up in that too much and forget that it's really just those little moments that you're spending with your friends, with your family. Last night I had the opportunity to have a party with my friends and have a good time and be around each other. And I think that's just like, those are the moments to remember that it's like, yeah, you know, all these things are bad are happening on your phone. When you just put that phone down for a moment and you look around you, like, there's a lot of great opportunities, a lot of good things that can be made in this world. And I've had the privilege and honor of having the opportunity to put this camera in front of me and speak my piece, speak my truth to the world, speak my mind to the world. Like, this is you know, back in like the 50s, or you know, 100 years ago, to have the capability to speak to a bunch of people at a mass like this is like, that's almost unthinkable. The only people around you are the people in your local city and town, you know. And so the ability for us to connect on a bigger picture is something to really be grateful for. And that's something I think it's important to, like, while it's a new year, while it's a new day, take the time to be grateful for what we have. Man, that was a lot. I just spoke a lot. I don't know how long I've been talking for, but, you know, goal, get a new plant, make some cool videos, make some new beats, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. You enjoyed hearing me talk a little bit and hearing me yap. Hopefully you come back another time when I'm yapping at the gym. You see me on a clip, you leave a little comment, and maybe share your thoughts as to what happened good in your day, what happened bad in your day. And just see what goes on in my life, my journey. And if you are someone who's doing that and you're seeing what's going on in my life, I appreciate you. You know, I'm on this. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going, and I'm trying to make a good life. And so I'm happy that you're here to watch and witness that, and that we get to share this moment. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good 2026. Make some goals, meet some new friends, some new people. Appreciate your loved ones, and you know, make it the best year you possibly can. It's 2026. We've moved on. 2025 has passed, and that was a big year. You know, big kind of like big checkpoint. It's a big 5. You know, right now it's a big 6, big 26. Let's get it done. Let's see what we can do. See what we can make happen. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.